press conference, we are joined by Loud. If you have any questions for the team, please either queue up in line at the microphone here or use a Zoom hand raise feature and we will call on you. First question from remote media, Ricardo Vaz de Mello.
Boa noite, aqui é o Vaz do Valorant Zone. Minha pergunta vai para o Sadak.
Sim, senhor.
Oi, não entendi?
Sim, senhor. Fala.
Acho que apesar da derrota, né, de hoje, né, vocês fizeram uma temporada brilhante, né, foram segundo lugar no Loquim, campeão do Américas e agora top 3 do Champions. Eu queria que você comentasse, né, qual que é o sentimento, né, de você assim ao final da temporada, né, mesmo sem o título do Champions, né, como que você se sente depois dessa temporada, né, que teve suas dificuldades, né, por causa da troca do elenco, mas que no final das contas eu acho que foi muito positiva.
Cara, não, acho que você falou perfeitamente. A gente ganhou o primeiro VCT da Américas, que isso não é pouca coisa, né? Tivemos um desempenho mais ou menos ruim, vamos falar de um jeito, no Japão. E agora nessa Champions, eu acho que a gente realmente foi testado demais. Jogamos contra 4 times europeus, jogamos contra o melhor time ou um dos melhores times não, quer dizer, o melhor time da China, jogamos contra o melhor time da Ásia. Então, se tivesse que descrever, eu acho que estou muito satisfeito. Estou muito, muito satisfeito com o que a gente fez aqui. Mais ainda, a galera acha que é fácil ganhar, mas a gente passou por muita coisa. Trocamos 2 integrantes do time no começo do ano. Tivemos esse desempenho estranho no Japão. E mesmo assim, nos recuperamos, voltamos mais fortes. Caímos várias vezes na Lauer, a gente brigou desde baixo. Então, eu estou muito, muito satisfeito. E mesmo hoje, mesmo hoje que a gente perdimos muito bem. Não perdimos desse jeito triste, sabe? A gente brigou até o último ponto, que é o que nos deixa muito feliz.
Obrigado.
So this question was for Sadak. So despite the loss, you guys did a great run. You guys got like second place in Locking, champions in Americas, and top 3 here. We would like to know what it was the feeling after this run that unfortunately you guys couldn't get the title. And Sadak just said, I think you just said perfectly, we won first VCT. That's not an easy task. Even though we had like a bad performance in Japan, and in the champions, we like showed up our potential. We got tested a lot. We ended up like fighting like up to 4 European teams, best team in China, best team in Asia. So if I had to describe, I'm very, very satisfied and happy with what we achieved. Yes, we did like some potential bad performances in Japan. We ended up falling for like a lower brackets a couple times, but even so, we like got to be on the point that we are here. I would say that we didn't like lose in a sad way. We tried our best and we fought until the last minute with all the power we had.
Thank you. We'll go to Pedro in the room.
Hi guys, Pedro Romero, GG. First off, commiserations on that series loss against EG. I got a question for Sadak. Of course, you guys were down 0-2, and then we're in the midst of the comeback, extending it to Game 5 and playing in Bayern. And so that was when you guys dropped that map and lose the series. So I want to know, what do you think went wrong for the team in that map in particular? What went wrong in your eyes?
Yeah, for sure. I think the worst thing for us, we were really, really tired, if I have to say. Like, we played so many matches here, like so many games. And the thing is, we were like best of 3, we played 3 maps, best of 3 maps, best of 5 now, we have to play all 5 maps. Like that made a lot of mistakes, right? And cost us a lot of rounds. Like, for example, we won the pistol, then we lost the eco, right? So yeah, I would say that we were really, really tired, but it is what it is. It's part of being here and losing so soon, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Elisa?
Hi, my name is Elisa from the Spike.gg. This is a question for the coach. You are a legend in FPS. What do you think of the new Premier changes? Do you think we'll see the next superstar rookie come out of their bedroom? And what wisdom do you have for people that are starting out in Premier and looking to have a career in pro Valorant?
I mean, I definitely think that there will be. It's an opportunity for young up and coming players to get a chance to compete. You know, sometimes playing too much ranked or too much pubs, you don't really develop some of the skill sets that you need to compete at a high level. So the more opportunities that you can get to play against teams in a more formal setting, I think it's fantastic. And that's how young players get discovered. That's how they get opportunities. That's how they can see how well they're playing. So yeah, that's definitely where the next superstars, I would say, are going to come from, just simply because it's going to provide them a proper format to be able to compete, a little bit of structure. And, you know, you with all the aim and all the skill in the world, you do need a little bit of structure like that. So I think it's a fantastic way for young talent to just get some opportunities to compete at a pretty good level and slowly grow and compete in higher levels if they can.
Thank you.
Raquel?
Boa noite, Raquel do Mais Esportes. A minha pergunta vai para o Les. Primeiramente, parabéns, né, pela campanha de vocês todos. É um ano que foi muito comentado, mas no final das contas, os resultados, eles falaram por si só. Vocês foram vice no Lock-in, título do Américas e top 3 Mundial. E, Les, desde a queda na primeira rodada do Masters, a derrota na estreia do Champions, muito foi dito na imprensa e na comunidade sobre mudanças de jogadores, queda de rendimento e a Loud não ser o que ela era mais antes, né? Vocês falaram um pouco a respeito e mostraram, né, no servidor do que essa equipe de vocês é feita. Eu queria que você usasse esse espaço para comentar um pouco sobre como foi encarar toda essa negatividade, né, e transformar em um top 3 mundial.
Pra ser bem sincero com você, eu nem sabia disso. Não sabia que a galera tava falando de troca de jogador ou qualquer coisa assim. Que é o que a gente sempre se fala, né? A gente tá numa bolha, a gente não vê rede social, a gente não vê nada, sabe? O máximo que a gente vê é comentário do Michelão depois do jogo, porque ele é engraçado. Mas a gente não vê rede social. Eu nem sabia que tinha esse hate, assim. Pra mim, a opinião é interna, sabe? A opinião do nosso time e o resto não importa.
Obrigada.
Dito isso, falador sabe falar, né? Vamos, vai.
Não escutei.
So this question was toward Les. First of all, congratulations for the amazing run you guys had this year. And overall, it was a very commented year, but you guys had a result that spoke for itself. Since the fall from First Master at press and media, many people said and commented that things have changed within the team and perhaps Loud wasn't the same anymore, but you guys showed within the server what Loud is made of and what you can achieve. And we would like to know how you guys face this negativity over the champs here. And last answer that, being honest, he didn't know much about it. Overall, we tend to be inside a bubble, focused on us, on our game, and we tend to not follow much social media. For me, what's worthy, it's more about internal opinion. And Sadak added that within the said, people that speak, they tend to speak a lot, perhaps too much.
Thank you. We'll take a remote media question from Sports Key to Esports.
Hi, my question is for Aspas. So Aspas, your team had a bunch of ups and downs this year, but were able to return back to the championship form that we know and love. Having just barely missed on the grand finals today, how would you like to sum up your experience in this 2023 season of VCT?
Traduz, Arthur.
Tá quase.
Essa questão foi pro Aspas. O seu time, apesar de ter uma run muito boa, tiveram vários ups and downs, e vocês quase conseguiram alcançar. O que você acha da performance dessa parte?
Eu acho que foi um ano bem extenso pra gente. A gente teve um bom começo, ficando vice no Lock-in. Aí depois a gente conseguiu ganhar o VCT Américas. Aí no Masters Stock acontece. E aí a gente ainda conseguiu fazer uma boa campanha no Mundial, mesmo começando perdendo a partida de estreia. A gente jogou na Lauer. Mas eu acho que a gente conseguiu se manter bem no time. A nossa bolha foi muito boa. A gente conseguiu evoluir muito e acabar fazendo um bom ano.
Cara, acabei de perceber que a gente perdeu contra o cara que tá na final, né, mano? Os dois caras que estão na final.
É verdade.
Intenso.
So overall, I would say that was a very extensive and tiresome year for us. Despite we were able to get a lot of good results, we started very well looking. We won the Americans tournament, and unfortunately in Tokyo we had like a stumble. But when we started here, like we start and ended up going to the lower, but overall through the run here in champs, we evolved a lot. We ended up being able to keep within the bubble and just to perform better and better and focusing on what we had.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take another remote media question from Wesley the Clutch.
Can you hear me?
Sim.
Está me ouvindo?
Sim, sim,
Sim, sim.
Ok, boa tarde, senhores. Minha pergunta é pro Twiz. Cara, eu tava parando pra lembrar aqui algumas coisas. Em 2020, seu começo lá no Valorant. Primeira lá no First Strike, pela Imperial. Aí depois foi passando o tempo. Teve uma final no Team Masters, que você inclusive chegou a enfrentar o Sadak na época de VKS. E acompanhar toda essa trajetória de você ter mudado de função, ter sido vice no Lock-in e terminar agora a temporada como top 3 mundial. Queria que você falasse um pouco sobre toda essa transição e essa sua realização hoje de estar entre os melhores jogadores, das melhores equipes do mundo no Valorant.
Só tenho a agradecer também pela oportunidade e também estou muito feliz pela evolução do time também individual. E palavra para descrever é gratidão, sabe? Tipo, tô muito feliz de jogar com esse time, com as pessoas aqui do lado. E é isso.
This question was for Toes. I was remembering here from your beginning back in 2020, first at Imperial, and then there was a situation where you ended up even facing Sadak on VKS. After all the position changes and now ending up to be like top 3 world teammate, what's your thoughts and on what you got to evolve to get here and be in the top team in Valorant and one of the best players in the world? And Tui said, like, I'm overall very thankful for being able to play with these amazing like teammates that we have here. I'm very happy. I'm happy with the evolution that I had. And if there was a word to describe my feelings, it would be like gratitude.
Thank you. Pedro?
Pedro Romero again, Blix GG. Again, got a question for Fraud. It's about it's similar to my previous question earlier on about buying and you guys opting for the triple controller comp. And I want to know if, how did you view the team's performance against EG, who bested you guys even with that strategy in mind? How did that happen from your point of view?
EG is a very good team. Something that Sadak had just mentioned, that we really only lost to the teams during the grand finals. So at the end of the day, we just fell a little short to some of the teams that are playing the best in the world right now. You know, when we make compositions, when we pick maps, pick sides, all that stuff, it's something that we extensively talk about and we practice a lot. So all these things are team decisions that we try and make. And, you know, we felt like what we've been doing on that map has been providing us some good results. Obviously, we fell short today on it, but you know, some of the things that we do, I feel like can pressure other teams, and you know, having all the control, all the smokes, really allows us to play a certain way. But obviously, that those are things that they come with time. You know, maybe if we played a comp like that for the whole year, maybe we would have had a little bit more experience on it. But overall, really happy with the way that we played on it and how we played this whole tournament on that map.
Thank you.
Thank you. Elisa?
Hi, may I ask you a question in Japanese? You're practicing, so.
I'm practicing, but like,
yeah, he's not there yet.
Okay.
yeah.
So next time. May I ask you what your favorite top 3 anime are?
Sword Art Online, Demon Slayer, and Hunter vs Hunter. The third one, don't have one in mind. Maybe
It's not a anime yet, but like solo leveling, I would put in top 1, but because it's not an anime yet, so it's Sword Art Online.
Thank you.
Basic weed.
Thank you.
Hello, Hugo for Backflip. So you face both EG and PRX. This question is for anyone. Who do you think wins the grand final and what's the score?
Okay. I mean, it can go either way, but I think EG maybe have a good rematch against them. Like once you feel like the way Pepper X plays, like you kind of get the gist of it, you know? So I think I would favor EG a little bit more, but I mean, it can go either way. It's finals, you know, like it's everyone wants to win at that point, and it's not. I think it's not that much about tactics, but it's more about who is maybe the craziest team in a way, because yeah, and Pepper X is really crazy, so I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to remote media, Gabriel Eklobo.
Opa, boa noite, Gabriel do GE da Globo. Minha pergunta é para o Aspas. Agora que o campeonato acabou para a Loud, queria te dar a oportunidade de se manifestar e explicar ao público sobre as informações sobre a sua possível saída da equipe, né? Porque quando as primeiras informações foram publicadas, os seus companheiros se manifestaram, mas você não diretamente. Então, queria te ouvir se você desejava sair da Loud, se você deseja sair da Loud, se você vai sair da Loud. Obrigado.
Sinceramente, eu não tô sabendo disso ainda. Então, a não ser que eles vão
você sabe. Não, de todas as coisas que botaram no Twitter.
Então, não, tô falando que eu não tô sabendo de sair da Loud. Então, não sei que vocês vão me quicar.
Olha.
Então, basicamente...
A gente não vai estar mais no meta, então a gente não precisa de você, cara. Muito obrigado.
Só vai mesmo, vão nerfar, já.
Mas as informações, acho que você desejava sair da Loud. Você deseja sair da Loud?
Não.
Toma.
Próxima pergunta, por favor.
Nice.
Meu Deus do céu.
Should I translate?
Não.
Okay.
Não vale nem a pena.
Copy that.
Se alguém pergunta uma coisa, se bloqueia, por favor.
É isso.
Raquel?
Vou fazer mais uma pergunta agora para o Sadak. Você já tinha falado antes aqui hoje, né, sobre ser muito cansativo, né? Vocês jogaram MD3 ontem, MD5 hoje, poderiam jogar um MD5 amanhã de novo. Acho que não só para vocês, mas para a gente também é bem cansativo, acho que para vocês muito mais. Eu queria que você falasse um pouco, né? Porque assim, o Champions é o maior campeonato que a gente tem e infelizmente isso aconteceu de vocês terem muitos campeonatos e de que forma esse cansaço ele cobra mais de vocês e em questão de formato e calendário, se tem alguma coisa que a Riot poderia fazer assim para diminuir esse cansaço para vocês.
Olha, parece que eu amo minha Rito Gomes, né? Mas é muito difícil para os times que ficam qualificando para os eventos, fica muito difícil. Por exemplo, The Locking, olha isso, o Locking que chama na final, para o VCT, para o Japão, acho que a gente teve que, são uns poucos dias, 2 semanas, foi? 2 semanas de descanso entre Locking e VCT, depois foi todo pá. Foi? Entre Locking e VCT, foi uma semana entre Locking e VCT? Enfim, eu acho que a Riot poderia, sim, com certeza, fazer coisas bem melhor. Mas também deve ser por um motivo, né? Que temos esse calendário. Sendo bem sincero, realmente acho que eu estou competindo no Valorant há muito tempo e acho que isso é o calendário mais cansativo que a gente já teve, com certeza. Parece que te penalizam por ganhar, sendo sincero, sabe? E espero que a Riot dê um jeito, e se não dá um jeito, a gente vai ter que começar a fazer cardio, né? Antes que eu comecei para academia, não sei, algo para dar um jeito aí, porque senão vai ser difícil.
Obrigada.
Tira essa.
Oh, sorry.
Should I? So this question was for Sadak. Before you mentioned that it is indeed very tiresome for you guys to be playing so many matches in a row. MD3 yesterday, MD5 today, and perhaps another MDT tomorrow if you guys won. for us, seeing from outside is already very like tiresome and time consuming. I can imagine for you guys. I would like you to talk a little bit about this and what way being tired impact you guys and what the Riot Games could do in order like to ease this. And Sadak mentioned that I really love Riot, but it's very hard for all the teams that are trying to qualify for championships. For example, from looking to VCT in Japan, we had only like few days, I would say like perhaps 2 weeks of resting between locking and VCT. Believe that Riot could perhaps improve and do some way better regarding like the formats, but I also believe that every decision, there's a reason behind it, perhaps. I would say for sure it is a very tiresome like championship format, and we hope that Riot could do something about it. Otherwise, it's gonna be overall very hard.
Thank you.
How's it going, guys? This is for Les, Sadak, and Aspas.
Yeah.
As reigning world champions that just ended today, what has been your favorite moment as world champions?
Oh, other than winning, you mean? Champs. I don't know, playing. I don't know. Creo que fue un mejor momento así. Mejor momento para usted de ser campeones mundiales. Ahí se pregunta. Melhor momento. Não, mas cada esse momento.
Isso. Para você, como campeão mundial, qual foi o melhor momento?
Eu acho que o nosso match contra a Nave foi intenso, né? Acho que foi top 1, assim, de... Foi legal o match. Vai.
Sim. Pra mim foi.
Acho que o final do Lock-in, manito, quando a gente voltou.
Oi?
Pra mim foi que a gente jogou contra os melhores times.
Então, o final do Lock-in, quando a gente tava 0-2, a gente voltou.
So we have a lot of options. Les is saying, like in the locking finals when we were down 0-2 and we made a comeback, we lost 11-3, but it happens. Aspa said that we got the chance to play against the best teams in the world, and I would say, yeah, I would agree with Aspas. Yeah.
Thanks.
Hi, this is a question coming from VALORANT competitive community. To Sadak and Fraud.
Yes.
At the beginning of the year, you brought 2 new players to the team and you managed to win Americas, get second at Lock-in, and third at Champs. At the beginning of this year, did you feel that you'd be able to do so well at so many tournaments? And what do you think the biggest contributor that is the biggest contributor that led to your success?
Well, my coach Fraud is a dreamer. He thinks we're gonna win every single tournament.
Yeah, when we first started practicing, when the team was put together and I officially took over the role as the head coach, I saw a lot of things within our team, the way that we practice, the way that we play the game, the skill level of these guys. I had a feeling that we could make a really big run this year. In some way, maybe this was probably much better than Sadak anticipated.
Oh yeah.
I think he expected us to get top 16 at Lock-in, things like that. So
wait, what was the? Oh yeah.
You didn't even expect us to
win Genji.
Yeah. So top last place at Lock-in. But for us, at least for me, when I was watching the guys from an outsider's perspective, having 3 returning world champions, we really focused on our practice and the culture that we have as a team. So I think that those were the signs that, I was able to kind of see early on, things that reminded me of my championship teams when I was competing. So I had a lot of faith in us, performing very well. In some way, never thought it would be this well in some ways, especially with having rookies and guys changing roles and stuff like that. We're ultimately very happy with the way it's turned out and the performance we were able to put out.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll only have time for the next 2 questions. Pedro?
Pedro Romero again. Got a question for Kawanzin and Tuis, or is it similar to the previous question, but when it comes to looking back at what you guys done for the team, despite not having as much experience as your other teammates, what is one thing that is going to stand out to you the most when it comes to what you've done? And also, how are you going to look back at this year with this team?
Essa pergunta é direcionada a Cauãzinho Twist. Olhando para trás, o que vocês fizeram, apesar de não ter experiência, foi uma coisa muito incrível. A gente quer saber qual é o ponto mais alto no quesito do que vocês conquistaram até agora e como vocês vão olhar para trás, sobre esse ano e sobre esse time com quem vocês chegaram até aqui.
Cara, acho que o ponto mais alto é que a gente conquistou o top 3 na Champions, né? A gente jogou contra vários times europeus, asiáticos, time da China, e eles são os melhores do mundo atualmente. E realmente esse é o ponto mais alto, né? Já que a gente tá tendo tempo para tipo, trocar tiro com eles e evoluir, sabe, taticamente, individualmente, então tá sendo muito bom. E agora é só estudar o que aconteceu hoje, né? Infelizmente a gente não conseguiu fechar a Ascent, não conseguimos também ganhar os Ecos, anti-Ecos, na verdade. E agora é só olhar para isso, aprender com isso e evoluir no próximo ano. Acho que essa é a principal coisa.
Eu penso parecido com o Cauã. Para mim, foi muito bom alcançar o top 3 do Champions. Mostrar que a gente conseguiu mudar, tipo, virar a chave depois do Masters, sabe? Voltar no jogo e continuar evoluindo, sabe? Então, tô muito feliz e triste também por ter perdido, porque faltou pouco. Mas é isso.
So Karanzin said the highest point for me will be like that we managed to get up to top 3 in champs. We had opportunity to play like several best teams from like several regions. And also we had time to match against them and evolve not only tactically and individual, but also individually. From my point of view, I think we just need to sit down and then to study. Overall, we couldn't close Ascent today and win like some of the echoes. So I think like forward, we just need to sit down, like study what we can like improve and keep evolving. And Tui's added that I think similar to Kawan, it's great to get to the top 3 and show that we could change and improve, especially after like our performances at Masters in Japan. I'm very happy, but at the same time, very sad because it was just by a little bit that we couldn't get to the finals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jack from GG Recon. My question is for Coach From. Just to build on a little bit about what you were talking about your journey and what you've been on so far, with this iteration of the roster, that is. There has been a little bit of talk about the future of Loud, and of course it might be a little bit out of your hands, but what would it mean for you to keep this iteration of the roster together going into next season and come back and win?
I think it's always good for teams to stick together and figure things out. Sometimes changing rosters, changing staff, things like that is not the solution. So for us, and at least my mindset is, overcoming obstacles as one unit is probably the most important thing that we can figure out. So obviously everything is so fresh and our year fell, 1 day short from, I guess, all the other teams. But, it's something that we're going to obviously discuss, but the goal is to figure out whatever issues we have in the game and try and improve and try and come back better and stronger next year.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our press conference with Loud. Thank you very much.
Guys, no, sí. Palminhas de despedida, va a ser rapidinho, va a ser así, ¿está? ¿Está todo el mundo? 3, 2, 1.